over.
Well, you look the same, Dad.
Look at the wisdom in those eyes.
Cute eyes.
How old are you going to be this year?
63. How about them apples? 63.
You this go 1 week maybe.
Huh?
25th, right?
Yeah, 25th, 2 weeks. 13 days. But I start celebrating about 2 days before, and then 2 days after. I usually like a 5-day birthday.
It was weird when you said that the video paused.
That's my spirit talking to you through the phone.
Probably.
The power.
Hey, get away from this ugly old mug and look at the beauty over here.
No.
Jennifer, come on.
It's a private property.
You look like a terrorist or something. All these years, Will.
Okay, let me do it to your face too.
No, I'm alright.
Come on, Will. Oh, wait, I do. I do have my phone. Okay.
Okay, bottom.
Let's see. I can't see, though. Your mom made these glasses for me.
Yeah.
They've got anti-reflective coatings on them.
Are those from the dollar store? The frame?
No, these are
regular.
curved lenses. The real thing.
I like the frame.
Yeah, it's pretty basic frame, but it's got these
Color,
anti-reflective lenses.
Yeah.
Cuts down on the glare. Pictures. How do I do this? Picture.
What?
I captured pictures in here.
When was your dad's birthday?
February 5th.
When did he pass away?
September 6th.
September 6th.
On my dad's birthday.
Oh yeah? I didn't know that.
I didn't know that. See? There's a connection there.
Wow.
Died on my dad's birthday. My dad's birthday. My grandfather.
Birthday of your dad. Grand.
When he was born?
Yeah.
I was thinking, is there any way you could, there's the 4 generations here, is there any way you can put, like, Jennifer's stomach in there?
No, I can't.
It would be
Dribble, shut. We'll be right on.
Oh, boy.
I thought you're getting computer editing.
It's a computer.
Edit pictures.
Yeah.
You can put.
Not really.
See, this thing does so many things, actually.
Yeah.
Oh, here it is.
Oh, the way I remember my dad is brown hair, curly, with a mustache.
Really?
It's all dark. He had dark hair,
How old is he?
like in his 30s and 40s.
Oh, I got it now.
Is recording?
Yeah.
Playing and recording?
Yeah, it says recording. Say something witty, Wayne. I split a sheet. A sheet I split would have been a good sheet had I not split it.
Yeah.
One smart fellow, he felt smart. 2 smart fellows, they felt smart. 3 smart fellows, they all felt smart.
It's say? I have nothing to say.
I have nothing to say. My mind is
I moved over
blank.
here and still got your picture on it. Why is that?
I don't know either.
Mm.
Oh, it's stuck on there now.
I think the one thing to say is that in time, as things change,
Oh, there she is.
Hi, I'm Jennifer.
things don't seem the same as they did when you were younger because your mind is always changing.
Well, I'm still young because I am 22 years old. When I get older, maybe.
What is reality?
Reality is where is you can't hide everything, but
Reality is what you feel at the moment?
I think
Yeah.
it's agreement. It's
yeah,
agreement.
reality is it's like
Time between...
you are in the circle that you can't escape.
Oh, boy, she's heavy. Weaker.
No, I mean reality is the hardest place in the world.
You know what it is in science?
Space and time.
Well, affinity, reality, and communication kind of form a triangle. Affinity, that means how close you feel about somebody. Reality, it means agreeability. I mean, that's real because we both agree that it's there. That's.
Yeah.
And communication is the emanation of a particle from a source point across the distance to a receipt point with intention, attention, and duplication. That's what communication is. That communication isn't just like you and I talking back and forth. So you have really good TRs. You're listening. You're right there. You know, but some people say you're talking to them and they're talking to you and they're looking up over here and they're looking out over here. They don't have very good communication skills. We would do PR drills where you'd sit like this, and I'd be looking at Jennifer like this, and she'd be looking back, and it'd be, you know, you sit there and look at each other, you look and you look and you look and you get your TRs in your training routines. And, you know, you do that for like an hour or so. You know,
Wow.
and you don't flinch. You don't.
But
do
you
this.
blink, right?
You don't blink even. Well, not, I guess you could blink, but your TRs are in, because if your TRs aren't in, you know, then the auditing isn't going to go well. Auditing is where you sit there on an electropsychometer and you hold these cans, and first thing you do is you get your rudiments in, and it reads on the meter. Like if I'm auditing you and you're holding the cans, and I said, "Do you have a present time problem?" It would read. And I'd say, "Well, tell me about that." You know, you might tell me what's going on, but it's still reading. It isn't floating yet. I'd say, is there an earlier or similar problem? And you take it back on the track of your life, you know, even past life, whatever, until that needle is, and then you feel pretty good. You got all that charge gone, you know, on your psychometer just passes a tiny little charge through your body, and your body has ridges and aberrative points, and if something's not right, it'll read on the meter. And so you get the rudiments in first, and one of them is present time problem. Another one is, do you have an ARC break? That means do you have a break in affinity, reality, or communication? And on the question, do you have an ARC break? Is that a break in communication? Is that a break in reality? Is that a break in affinity? Or on the question, is that a break in affinity? Has anything been suppressed? Has anything been misunderstood? Anything been denied? You have buttons on each one of those things, you know. I mean, it's pretty interesting.
You can't escape.
Isn't it interesting? So, yeah, ARC, breaks, present time problems, and withhold. Do you have a withhold? What is it? When was it? That's where you did something that you wish you hadn't done, and you held it in. You know, but somebody probably, or may have seen it, or somebody who may have been, they did something to make you think that they saw it, you know. There's all these little peculiarities about oddities, and then finally you get into it once you have your TRs in and your rudiments in, and the needle
Like some, huh?
Well, then like the needle is floating nice like this, and I've done auditing where the needle is floating. My spirit goes out of my head. It's wild. It's like I get this like buzzing on the back of, not buzzing, just a real light feeling in the back of my head, and it's like, choo, choo, like beams coming out of the back of your head. It's really cool.
Wow.
Except when you exteriorize, you might interiorize. In other words, it's got to come back in, then you're bummed out.
Yeah, you're gone. Your spirit, you're gone. So my feeling on reality is like how you feel in this moment. How aware are you of being alive in every moment that you're alive? So when I like maybe a year ago, my sense of awareness wasn't that good, so my reality, feeling alive, wasn't there. And that's, I guess, my mission is trying to be more aware of my reality. So I'm not like Odom.
Odom?
The basketball player, you know, Odom.
Oh, yeah.
He kind of looks around, and Jen's like, he talks, but he's always looking around. He's not there. He's not completely there.
Yeah.
But he's a good player, but he's not. He's like in and out.
What happened to them last night? I saw them. They were leading in the third quarter by 7 or 8 points. I was working out there and turned around. I said, "Yeah, what happened? Now they're behind by 7 points." So it switched totally. So they're no longer 8-0. They're 8-1 now.
I'm just trying to remember your character, Dad, because I know that, you know, your dad's character, when he was alive. Do you remember how he was? How he walked, how he talked, how he... You remember him?
Of course.
Yeah.
I used to play golf with him like once a month on Fridays. And we'd go out to the golf course and he'd throw up before he went out. He'd been drinking too much.
But there's things that you have forgotten about him, though, I think.
No,
The way he looked, the way his gestures or manners or...
He's a pretty cool cat. You know, I remember when main thing I remember is when we were kids growing up, and he'd hold us and take us across the river. We'd be fishing, and he had these big boots up to here, and he had his basket with his fish in the back, and he got to get the kids across the river. So you know, he'd stumble across on the rocks underneath him and get us across the river. And then one time they were in the camp. They were in the camp here, and I was playing down here. And I fell in the river, and I was going down the river. Next thing I know, this hand grabbed me by the back of the neck and lifted me out of the water. And drowned me.
Is there one thing you like for your grandson? One thing?
I just want him to enjoy his life with his parents and have a good life, have a happy life.
Yeah.
Lots of affinity, lots of reality, lots of communication.
Nothing about sport?
Those three things together mean knowledge. You get those things together, you get knowledge.
What would you like him to pursue? To be an optometrist or to just follow his heart?
I think
Direction?
follow his heart, you know. I think that God will be there. Always, you know. That's the way it was with me. When I wanted somebody in my life, I asked God, and your mom showed up. And when I wanted some water machines to be sold, I just asked God. It's true.
What about for me? What do you want?
I want you to be happy. And I think you're extremely fortunate to have found this young girl, this Jen, you know, from the Philippines.
I said, no problem.
I was so happy right now because I got a baby granddaughter. I'm going to have a baby grandson. And I've got baby dog. The dog. and, you know, business is fine. Doing my extra things.
And your health is fine?
Yeah, health is good. Blood pressure's never been better, even without the medication. You know, so...
I just remember going to your office the first day before everything ever happened. You said nobody's infallible. I went to pick you up, and you said no one's infallible. You remember telling me that when I went to your office? Yeah. I remember how you looked. You looked, you know, a little down, but you look healthy. You know, dark hair. I guess
Time does. Time changes everything. Time is a lie, really. And it's just because of reality, I guess. Time is, your spirit doesn't have any time connected with it.
Well, thanks for the guidance.
Timeless.
The guidance, the little guidance you gave me through my life, I guess, helped me.
I remember walking with you in Los Osos.
Yeah.
We were walking up the street to the park.
Yeah.
And I said, the power is within you. Remember that specifically.
When was that?
I guess you must have been 10 or so. Maybe. Whenever whenever Hal and Sarah had their place up there in Los Osos.
Oh.
We were walking up the street toward the park, toward a ballpark or something.
I do that kind of remember that too. Flashes in life. There's little moments in life when I say, I'm going to remember this. I'm going to remember this one moment in life when that we'll share or have.
I remember once when you were into karate, and Tina came running, she said, William jumped into the trash can.
Yeah, I tried to jump over a trash can. 2 trash cans. I think I made it over one. Then I said, I think I'm going to try 2. And I landed in the second one. It's pretty good, jumping over a trash can. It wasn't easy. And I scraped up my whole front of my face. Like it was all bloody. And my mom's like, what are you doing? I'm trying to jumping over trash cans.
And remember we had that mobile home, that big old 40-foot long mobile home when we got to Canada, and we were coming back and we were going up the grade, this long grade, and one was on the side on fire, and we had an electrical problem in ours in the front, and William was praying that we'd make it up that
Yeah.
So cute.
I was too. That thing was starting to fall apart. The whole home was starting. The oven was coming down from the ceiling in the back. And
I remember trying to push your buttons going on a trip on the plane. And I was trying to test your temper and doing all kinds of things, and then you were getting frustrated, and we were flying somewhere.
We were in that rocky flight above the Canadian Rockies. We just took off in the snowstorm hit. And you look down at those mountains and they're like steeples. They're just wicked looking mountains. And we're flying out of that airport, and the plane's going like this, and the snow's falling, icing up the wings.
Sure.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Anything else you want to say, Dad?
I think
it's been a memory right here.
Your new child is going to be adorable. I really do. You know, when I was in college, there was this guy. His name was Bruce Williams, and he had dark hair, lots of dark hair, and he was really smart. And I hope that your son.
Oh, she's talking to him almost every night, right? And telling him the key is you need to be smart in order to succeed in this society. You have to be smart. You have to finish school. You have to. And then even with your smarts, you can be the best baseball player or basketball player, because then you have more. It's all in the mind, I think. Be more mind than athleticism.
I think it's perseverance too. You know, not giving up. That's the thing. Not giving up.
He's going to be the best baseball player that has ever lived. And this little tape's going to be on the YouTube, and everybody's going to say, "Whoa, he was right." But he always kicks when we watch the basketball. The Lakers are playing, and he's always kicking.
His mom's the best basketball player.
Yeah.
Shooter, yeah.
You have to. Hopefully, you can retire and you can help me teach him. You know how to be a man, be a kid, how to be the best, teach them sports, help me coach the teams.
Mm-hmm.
I want to coach the baseball team and coach the basketball team and help me. Because I do have a lot of disabilities, but I have a lot of abilities. But you can help me compensate my disabilities. Oh, that's it.
And on the tape?
No, I can have an hour on here. 10 hours. We can go for a long time if you want.
10 hours?
I'm just doing a little memory, like later on, so I can remember you know, how you talk and your character.
10 years from now.
10 or 20, hopefully.
Yeah, your mom says we're going to live in our 80s.
I hope so, Dad, because I know we need you. Maybe your grandson will watch this someday and look at you and say, whoa, this is where I came from, huh?
I want Jennifer to succeed, in her nursing.
She has
As
to.
far as she can.
I have to.
Yeah.
Trying.
Yeah, I had a husband and wife from the Philippines in the office the other day. She was an RN and he was an LVN. Hard to become an RN these days because there's only